A very big thank you to Epic Games for the early access of the brand new Power Rangers bundle releasing tonight, August 8th, at the very next item shop reset. Let's get sweaty. We have a lot to unfold, but first, the prices for these upcoming cosmetics. Starting it off with the Yellow Ranger, what you see is what you get. No edit styles here, but the Backbling is Elim Reactive. You can choose to turn off the reactivity if you would like to. Keep that in mind. The dualies are the Power Daggers. Now, what's cool about the control from the Battle Pass is it will change to the current Power Ranger you have selected. As you can see here, everything is Sabretooth branded, which is very, very cool.
May the power protect you.
One of 4 emotes here, Zordon's Message. Its Morphin Time is a copyrighted emote, but again, it will coincide with the Power Ranger selected, as you saw the Sabretooth emblem there. If you do it without a Power Ranger, it will display a llama coin branding. Keep that in mind, as you can see here, which is very cool. Back to the Yellow Ranger, though. The third emote is not copyrighted. Uncontrollable Dance. In the fourth emote, this is a group emote, but obviously, because of the music behind it, it is copyrighted. The weapon wrap is called Power Rangers. It will copy the current Power Ranger you have selected for their color scheme. It does work with the Green Ranger from the Battle Pass, but it will not copy the white edit style that the Green Ranger also has. So keep that in mind. If you do not have a Ranger selected, with the wrap, it will by default be red as it displays within the locker here. Included in the bundle is the Go-Go Power Rangers jam track from Ron Wasserman. Just keep that in mind, but yes, it is copyrighted. Let's start with showing off her contrail first, with their Sabretooth branding. That looks pretty cool. Now, the weapon wrap is Elim Reactive. It claims it's also reactive to each shot, so I'm going to show you that. But first, these dualies. Pretty standard. Now, all the pickaxes are the same price if you buy them separately, so I can't imagine any of them would be better in terms of visual effects with a contrail on your swing streak or an impact color, but I could be wrong. So first, pay attention to the backbling here. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, the wrap, as you can see here, I'll change the time of day as well. It's a little bit easier to see here. Reactive to each shot with like them lightning bolts, lightning strikes. It says it's Elim Reactive, but it literally looks the same after an Elim. So as you can see here, it might be slightly more on the final blow of the bullet, like, you know, impacting your enemy here with that animation. But that is the weapon wrap here. One of 4 emotes here.
May the power protect you.
Okay. We have the Go-Go Power Rangers. This one is the group emote. You can do it with 5 people, and I think they'll keep this stance for quite some time, I believe. I don't know if it's just going to stop here. I'm not moving, and they just refuse to stop holding this pose. So that might be an interesting emote for like hiding in a weird area. I don't know. I guess you could just crouch. We also have Uncontrollable Dance. And then the last one here, which will display her current insignia for Sabretooth. Ooh, yeah. That was cool. Just to give you an idea what kicks will look like on the Power Rangers, we have a few here. Obviously, you're still going to have that boot transition on top, but I think these reds look clean with the Vans. Very clean. Moving on to the Black Ranger, what you see is what you get. Now we have the Mastodon coin with the reactivity to Elims once again. We have the Power Axe for the Pickaxe. Looks pretty default with the visuals. We have the proper insignia here with the Power Coin Dropper. We have the Mastodon branding now with the It's Morphin Time emote. Now, what's also interesting is the pose is different with the Go-Go Power Rangers emote with the Black Ranger now. That is not the same pose that the Yellow Ranger was holding, so they should all have their own unique pose during this emote, which is very cool. And then with the wrap now, obviously it matches the black color scheme for the Black Ranger. Contrail? Look at that Mastodon insignia, very cool. Now I'm curious about anything with this pickaxe. It looked pretty default, equip and equip. I would say, yeah, definitely more of a streak here on this than we did with the Yellow Rangers. Default impact, though. It's okay, I guess. But, yeah, a little bit more here. I thought they all might not have anything creative, but definitely a yellow streak there. Now, pay attention to the sound of the pickaxe and the elim with the backbling. Does not sound like a Sabertooth anymore, as it shouldn't. Reactive wrap here. Now, it is reflecting off of the ground. That's why it kind of looks purple right now. Do it at night here. And then elim. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the emotes that are appropriate to the branding here, which should be this one. Different pose here. And then it's Morphin Time emote. I like it. Moving on to the Pink Ranger here with her appropriate backbling, which is also, as you guessed, reactive to elims. Her pickaxe is called the Power Bow. Okay, that looks way better in terms of visuals than the other two we just went over so far, and they're all priced the same. You're getting a steal on this pickaxe for sure, because it's better than the others. We should have the pink here for the contrail. Yes, we do, with the insignia below. Should be appropriate to her now with the It's Morphin Time emote, as we probably already suspected. And then with the Go-Go Power Rangers emote here, what does her pose look like? Okay. And now we also have the weapon wrap down here, which is now pink, as you probably guessed already. The contrail? Yep. Looks good here. Now, her pickaxe, oh my goodness, so much better than the others so far in terms of visuals. Oh, yeah. And then the impact? Yep. The first one, that does not have a default impact. They're appearing to be better with each ranger that I cover. Yellow was like, they're dualies, okay, default. Black Ranger was like, oh, at least there's a yellow-ish streak, and then default. And then with her, it's like, we got everything. We got the streak and the impact. Now pay attention to the backbling on the elim. Very cool. Reactive wrap to each shot, and elims apparently. Not bad, not bad. Change the time of day. Get an elim. And lastly, the two emotes we've been testing this entire time. Okay. Cool. And then it's Morphin Time! There we go. Moving on to the Red Ranger. We now have the appropriate backbling, which is the Tyrannosaurus coin. Obviously reactive to elims like the others have been. The pickaxe is called the Power Sword. Two-handed swing here with the animation. I'm not seeing much for visual effects. I'm just pointing that out, simply pointing it out. And then the appropriate insignia for the Power Coin Dropper from the Battle Pass. We have the It's Morphin Time here within the locker, which should have the Tyrannosaurus now up there. It does. And then what is the pose for the Go-Go Power Rangers emote here? Hoi! Hoi! Ooh, on one knee. I like it. I mean, I can't get up from one knee sometimes, but it's okay. And then the appropriate wrap, which is actually the default, which is the red here with the Red Power Ranger. We are flying through this review. Contro with the Red Ranger. Tyrannosaurus branding now. Now, he has a pretty interesting pickaxe here. No colors. Default impact here. So we went back to square one, y'all. Maybe the Blue Ranger might have the best pickaxe. I don't know, though, because that Pink Ranger's bow was pretty damn good in terms of the visuals. So, as always, pay attention to the backbling here upon the elim. All right. The weapon wrap here. With the red electricity now. Change the time of day. The red looks good here. No problems with that. And then, as always, let's do it during the day here. The two emotes. The pose is on one knee here. As I stated, sometimes I find it hard to get off of one knee if I've been on it for too long. And then the It's Morphin' Time emote with the Red Ranger now. And bazinga. Pretty cool. Last but not least, the Blue Ranger now with the appropriate Triceratops back bling here. Reactive to elims once again, as we expected. The Pickaxe, the moment of truth. The Power Lance. It looks default. No. I guess the Pink Ranger got all the love there. Appropriate insignia with the Battle Pass contrail here. Again, with the It's Morphin' Time emote. As you guys know, we're in a trend now with the video. We know exactly what we're looking at, what we're going over here. And then the pose for the Blue Ranger is what? What is it? Okay. A little different there again. So, yeah, they all have their own unique pose with that emote. And then, you guessed it, the blue style with the Blue Ranger. One more time, y'all. So, sometimes the insignia in the contrail looks a little buggy. I will say that. Sometimes it's more detailed than others, but it is definitely there. I will say that. Unfortunately, Pickaxe looks like a snoozer. Yeah, nothing too crazy there. Pretty snooze fest. So it looks like Pink Ranger has the best pickaxe visually with effects. In terms of design-wise, I think I like the Black Ranger's design. It just looks like a black axe, but man, that Pink Ranger had all the details. Pickaxe was kind of in the way there. My apologies. Wrap now. At night. On the elim. And then the two emotes here. Let's change the time of day again. The pose is like he's going to go chop some vegetables with that hand. Yeesh. And then the It's Morphin' Time. For the last time, I hope, in this video. There you go. With the Green Ranger, the insignia does change with the It's Morphin' Time emote, as you probably would have guessed. And he also has his individual pose with the Go-Go Power Rangers emote here. Now, I did want to point out the back bling from the Green Ranger here does not change with the Power Rangers in this bundle. It's only made for the Green and the White Ranger. Green Ranger with the wrap. Looks really good. Upon getting an elim. Looks great. And then the emote in-game here. This one first. And then it's Morphin' Time. Okay, I lied. This is the last time for real. That is the last time. I lied. This is the last time with the White Ranger. Now, you will not get the wrap to change with the White Ranger style. Keep that in mind. But what happens here? Okay. And now it's Morphin' Time emote. Should be his insignia here. It is! Okay. Let's answer another question. What pose does a original Fortnite skin have with this emote? All right. Chopped hands. Now we know. To wrap up the video, there is a Power Rangers bundle for a BMW E30 here. I only have the Red Ranger decal, but the email did claim that they have red, black, yellow, blue, pink, green, and the White Ranger decals. I would assume they're similar to what the red looks like, just simply a color change there. And then there also is Power Ranger wheels that are not part of the bundle for 400 V-Bucks. I did not get gifted the wheels, so I can't show you that, but I'll give it a rev here for you guys. That is a BMW M3 E30 bundle. Kinda, because I didn't get granted everything. Kinda the bundle. And with that being said, a big thank you to Epic Games once again for the early access. These do release at the very next item shop reset, which would be August 8th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much for watching. Supporter creator PIZO, PIZO with a 0, and we'll see you guys on the live stream. See ya.